Questions this evening? Trustee Armstrong?
I joined you in December as a newly elected trustee, and since then, the subject of books in our libraries has come up frequently. So I thought I'd look into it. As a retired elementary school teacher, I'm quite familiar with our learning commons. I used to be a teacher librarian, etc. So the first thing I did was I went to the board's website to see what is the requirement for books in our libraries. And it says on there that our libraries must implement, support, and enrich the curriculum. So that led me to go to the curriculum documents. I retired 4 years ago. I haven't looked at one since, but I actually read it harder now than I did when I was a teacher. The first thing I did was I went to the language curriculum document, and on page 23, it states that you can use a cross-curricular expectation or assignment for students. Students are provided with opportunities to work towards meeting expectations from 2 or more subjects within a single unit, lesson, or activity. But the expectation for the other subject must be met. So taken from that, I thought, okay, I need to find out what these books are all about. I went to my local library. I was able to find It's Perfectly Normal, which was one of the ones in discussion, and I also found Looking for Alaska. I chose those 2 at random because those were the ones I had in my local library. There was nothing more specific about it than that. But I went to the Health and Physical Education curriculum document. This is the 2015 copy. I downloaded the revised one. It's in my binder. It's available to anyone. It was put out in 2019. So I read the curriculum expectations for grades 1 through 12. And what I found, and this is not an opinion, you can resource it yourself, but what I found was the ministry guidelines, and these documents are what teachers use to drive their instruction in the classroom. So what I found was that the ministry has done a very thorough job of directing teachers to discuss with students the result of personal choices directed in the negative consequences that could happen. Directed at values, beliefs.
Are we getting to a question here somewhere?
Yes, I'm almost done. I'm almost done.
You've got to get to it, yeah.
Directed at values, beliefs, waiting, abstaining, postponing, that kind of thing. At no point in the curriculum documents is there any instruction for teachers to discuss the mechanics of sexual activity or how to. And yet this book and It's Perfectly Normal do give that. So they are not meeting what it says on our board webpage for the Learning Commons. They do not implement, support, nor enrich our curriculum. So I need to make sure you know that I do not hold anyone in the board, Superintendent Howitt or Director Kelly, responsible, or I hold them blameless for the fact that these books are in our system, because some of them may have been in the system long before.
We still need the question.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
Well,
I just want to make sure.
We just need it.
Okay, so my question is, Superintendent Howitt has provided to me the process by which our board puts books in our system, and it's quite a reasonable process. How is it that that process has failed, that these books have managed to get in our system, and what can we do to make sure they don't fail, that this failure doesn't happen again? All of our books need to support our curriculum. That's my question. I don't expect an answer tonight. It's maybe something to think about, but these books should not be in our system if they don't meet our curriculum expectations.
I will allow Dr. Howitt to choose which option she wants. Do you want to answer it tonight, or do you want to wait?
I can answer some of it now for you. So one of the books that you mentioned has been removed. It was at 2 schools. The second book is in review right now. So I have to have a meeting, which I have been unable to schedule yet. But we sometimes send books out from the central office, but often they are selected at the school level. I think part of it is professional learning, which we do annually with teachers, but there's also a lot of turnover. So I can't control the personal choice of individual librarians. I can't be standing over their shoulder to do it. What we do is provide professional learning and them making good choices for the students and following that protocol. That one book that you indicated was not appropriate for an elementary school, and it has been removed.